If there's a game 4 in this series, it'll be tomorrow here at Fenway Park. It's either going to be a 2 or a 3, depending on the number of games being played tomorrow. So if the Cubs were to put away the Giants, coverage will begin at 2:30.
Send me a text, okay?
I'd just like to say this. Check local listings.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll let you know, Ronnie. Hey, RJ, where are you? Strike to Ramirez. 1-1. Drew Pomerantz still in there for Boston, working in his second inning in relief of Clay Buchholz, who went 4 and allowed 2 runs. Switch hitting Ramirez turns around to hit him right-handed.
Making this decision on the last day to pitch Pomerantz out of the bullpen to get him ready for the bullpen in this series. He might be the best starter that they have, even though he's relieving.
Missed inside, 3-1. Ramirez started the rally in the 4th inning that netted the Indians 2 runs.
Steady die to breaking balls, but he's going to have to come to the fastball this time.
He did. It was up high, and it's a leadoff walk for Ramirez here in the 6th. We are zipping right along here at Fenway. Chisenhall walked and scored a run in the 4th. In that 4th, Ramirez singled to lead it off, and then Chisenhall walked. Crisp laid down a sacrifice bunt to get him to 2nd and 3rd, and Tyler Naquin came up with his first postseason hit after striking out 3 times and knocked in a pair.
You know, we talked about the favorable at bats, 70% for the Indians, right-handed against left-handed pitching, left-handed against right-handed pitching, but it was Chisenhall against David Price with the 3-run home run, which was the key in game 2.
Here was that home run in game 2. An absolute frozen rope off of the plexiglass in front of the cameraman out there in right field. Little known ground rule there at Progressive Field. The bunt up towards second. Pedroia bare hands and throws him out. Second sacrifice bunt laid down by the Indians in this game. First time it was Crisp, and the Indians made it pay off.
There's a lot of teams that can't defense that. First baseman want to go over there and make that play. The runner can beat the pitcher to the mound, to the first base bag. The second baseman has to take charge on that play, and Dustin does it better than anybody.
Here's Crisp, who's flied out. Moved the runners over with that sacrifice bunt in the 4th, so Naquin could knock him in. Pedroia right there on the bag as they try to keep him close, and that's fouled up toward first.
Well, that's one of those plays where Chisenhall is trying to bunt for a base hit, but because Pedroia makes the play, it's counted as a sacrifice. But that's 2 that they have in this game. The Red Sox had 8 all season long, so the Indians trying to play a little small ball here to try to increase their lead.
And Pedroia knows that he's got to keep him close at second base.
That's Ramirez who's the runner. And now they throw back.
And I always thought the best way is to put on pickoff plays.
I think you're right, Cal. Even if it's not a great pickoff play, it lets the runner know that you can throw.
Right. No stepping off and no faking, no saying back, you know, to try to do it. That seems to be sort of an ineffective way to do it. Put a pickoff play on and show them that you can execute it. Pomerantz is slow. You can see Xander's coming in saying, okay, you can't one look him. You can't look away and then pick your leg up. He almost had him right there.
And that's why Bogaerts came in. Ramirez 9 stolen bases of 3rd this season.
And many times the pitcher will look back at you, then take his head off and pause for a minute, then pick his leg up.
You know, it's funny. There's pitchers that are amazing at holding runners on at first base, especially left-handed pitchers, and they can't hold runners on at second at all.
So is it the pitcher just wants to pick up the target really quickly when he turns around? Because there is a little pause that almost gives you a clue that he's going home. Here's the look back. There's the head turn.
The 1-2. Drilled to left by Coco Crisp. Back toward that wall and gone. Coco Crisp haunts his old teammates with a 2-run bomb to left. Rajai Davis is going to pinch hit for Tyler Naquin against Joe Kelly. Ronnie, you've been there before as a starting pitcher.
Well, you have an instant cheer, you're very excited, and then you sit down and go, uh-oh, I better throw up a 0.
You got to remember which dugout you're in, too. That's a low ceiling.
No balls and 2 strikes. Machine Gun Kelly, and more like the untouchables in this series. Faced 6 hitters, has not allowed a hit. .53-footer. A ball and 2 strikes.
The Cleveland fans don't want to jinx you. 67-1 when leading by 3 runs, including this ALDS. That's the Major League best mark.
And the count even. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Both those breaking balls a little bit too far out in front of home plate to get anyone fishing for it.
Another one in the dirt. 3-2.
Pretty sure this is the fastball, Ronnie. After those 3 breaking balls. Looked like he shook to a breaking ball, though.
In the air, shallow right. Pedroia back and makes the play. 2 down.
There's a lot of guys over the years that were starters that went into the bullpen that threw harder and just went to 2 pitches.
A strike to Roberto Perez, who's 0 for 2. Got robbed by Pedroia in the 4th on a diving play to his left. Joe Kelly tells the story about being a teenager and spending time umpiring Little League games. And in one instance, as a 15-year-old, he threw out a 40-year-old coach, told him to leave the ballpark. But he says that whole experience did give him a real appreciation for what these guys do at this level and how dialed in you have to be for every pitch of a ball game.
My father was an umpire when I was a kid. I would never go to the games. The things that are yelled at umpires, young kids shouldn't have to listen to.
Ball and 2 strikes. Ramirez started the inning with a walk. Coco Crisp unloaded a 2-run homer with 1 out. Two tried to check his swing, and the count full.
Well, these check swings tonight have been a whole lot more under control, less jumpy. You know, the hitter getting out in front. He's still out in front a little bit, but I think he controls the bat head. Yeah, he doesn't break his wrist, doesn't get across home plate.
That was Paul Emmel. Yeah, Paul Emmel gave the safe sign over there, and so that's a full count with 2 down, 2 runs in here in the 6th.
You remember Pedroia's check swing to end the 1 game. He got out there a little bit too far. Stride got a little bit too far and couldn't control it, couldn't hang on.
Yeah, that's how game 1 ended, and he was hot with Phil Cuzzy, and then later apologized. Said Cuzzy had gotten it right. Again, the 3-2. Tapped up toward third. Brock Holt gloves and throws him out. And that'll do it for the Indians in the top half of the 6th, but not before they add to the lead. Coco Crisp goes deep 4-1.